Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Are you ready to make this Halloween the spookiest, most memorable one yet? Forget those generic, store-bought decorations. This year, we're diving deep into the world of DIY to transform your home into a haunted masterpiece that will have the whole neighborhood talking. I've got 10 incredible, easy-to-follow, and budget-friendly projects lined up for you. So, grab your craft supplies, maybe a pumpkin spice latte, and let's get our spook on. First up, let's create some eerie atmosphere with floating witch hats. This one is super simple, but incredibly effective. All you need are some cheap black witch hats from a dollar store, fishing line, and some battery-operated tea lights. We'll also use safety pins and clear tape. Start by threading a long piece of fishing line through the tip of a hat using a needle or a safety pin to poke a small hole. Secure it with a knot. Then, carefully attach a battery-powered tea light inside the hat using a safety pin or a small piece of tape, so it hangs down and illuminates the cone. It creates this amazing illusion of a witch's presence without you even seeing her. Hang these from your porch ceiling, from trees in your yard, or even in a hallway. The way they gently sway in the breeze at night is just chef's kiss. Perfectly spooky. Project number 2, Creepy Crawly Spider Sacks. This is a fantastic way to add some skin-crawling texture to your decor. You'll need some old white pantyhose or tights, various sizes of plastic spiders, and some batting or cotton balls for stuffing. Just stuff a good amount of batting into the toe of the pantyhose to create a round, egg-sack shape. Then, start sticking the plastic spiders all over the outside. Use a hot glue gun for a secure hold. Have some spiders look like they're crawling out from the inside for an extra creepy effect. These look amazing hanging from tree branches or tucked into the corners of your porch. They are guaranteed to give anyone with arachnophobia a little jump. It's disgustingly brilliant. Alright, for our third project, we're making ghostly yard figures. These are so cool and look incredibly professional. You'll need chicken wire, a can of white spray paint, and maybe some glow-in-the-dark spray paint for an extra touch. You'll also want some sturdy gloves for this, as chicken wire can be sharp. Start by shaping the chicken wire into a ghostly, human-like form. You can wrap it around a mannequin, a large ball, or even just freeform it to create a flowing, ethereal shape with a head and shoulders. Once you have a shape you're happy with, take it outside and give it a good, even coat of white spray paint. For that bonus spook factor, add a light layer of glow-in-the-dark paint over the white. Place these strategically in your yard, and at night, they look like actual spirits wandering your property. Moving on to project number 4, specimen jars for the Mad Scientist Lab. This is perfect for indoor decorating, especially on a mantelpiece or a side table. Gather up some glass jars of different shapes and sizes. You can use old pickled jars, mason jars, anything you've got. Then, find some creepy-looking items to put inside. Think plastic eyeballs, rubber snakes, cauliflower to look like a brain, or even just some gnarly-looking twigs. Fill the jars with water and add a few drops of green or yellow food coloring to make it look like formaldehyde. You can even add a bit of glitter to make it shimmer weirdly. Print out some old-timey, scientific-looking labels with names like giant toad eye or werewolf brain. Burn the edges for an aged look and glue them onto the jars. Instant Mad Scientist vibes! For project number 5, we're heading back outside with tomato cage ghosts. This is another super easy, high-impact decoration for your front yard. All you need is a wire tomato cage, the kind you use in your garden, a foam ball for the head, an old white sheet, and some black felt. First, turn the tomato cage upside down, so the whiter part is on the ground. Place the foam ball right on top, over the pointy wire ends, to create the head. Now, just drape the white sheet over the top of the whole structure. Let it flow naturally. Finally, cut out to large ovals and a spooky mouth shape from the black felt and glue them onto the head to create a classic ghost face. You can make a whole family of them in different sizes. They're adorable, but also have a great ghostly presence, especially at night. Project number 6 is one of my personal favorites, spooky silhouettes for your windows. This is a subtle yet incredibly effective way to create a haunted house feel from the outside. You'll need black poster board, a pencil, scissors, and some tape. Think of classic spooky shapes, a creepy cat, a witch on a broom, a headless figure, or even just a hand pressing against the glass. Sketch your design onto the black poster board. If you're not confident in your drawing skills, you can easily find free templates online to print and trace. Carefully cut out your silhouette. Then, simply tape it to the inside of your window glass. When you have the lights on inside your house at night, all anyone will see from the street is this chilling black figure glowing in your window. It's pure, classic horror movie magic. Let's get a little more gruesome with project number 7, bloody handprint window clings. Don't worry, it's not as messy as it sounds. All you need is some school glue and red food coloring. On a piece of wax paper or a plastic sheet protector, pour out a puddle of glue. Add a few drops of red food coloring and mix it until you get a nice blood red color. Now for the fun part. Dip your hand in the mixture and press it onto the wax paper. You can also just use a paintbrush to paint handprints or bloody drips. Let it dry completely. This might take a day or 2. Once it's fully dry, you can peel your bloody creations right off the wax paper. They'll stick to any glass surface like your windows or mirrors and peel off easily without leaving any residue. It's a cheap and safe way to add a bit of gore to your decor. Project number 8 is all about setting the mood with mummy mason jar lanterns. These are both spooky and cute, perfect for lining a walkway or placing on a porch rail. Grab some mason jars, gauze rolls, googly eyes, and some battery-operated tea lights. Never use real candles for this. Start by wrapping the gauze around the mason jar, overlapping it to create that classic mummy look. Use a dab of hot glue to secure the start and end of the gauze. It's okay if it's a little messy and uneven. That adds to the charm. Then, find a little gap in the gauze and glue on a pair of googly eyes. Pop a battery-powered tea light inside, and you've got these adorable, glowing little mummies to light up the night. We're nearing the end. Project number 9 is cemetery tombstones for your front yard. You can buy these, but making them yourself is so much more fun and looks way better. Get some large sheets of styrofoam insulation from a hardware store. Use a marker to draw out classic tombstone shapes, arched, square, ones with crosses. You can use a hot knife or just a regular serrated knife to carefully cut them out. Now, use a darker gray spray paint to give them a base coat. Once that's dry, use a lighter gray or white paint on a sponge and lightly dab it all over to create a weathered, stone-like texture. You can even add some green paint for a mossy look. Finally, use black paint to add names, dates, and funny epitaphs like "I told you I was sick." Stake them in your yard, and you've got your own personal graveyard. And finally, our 10th and final project, the sinister scarecrow. We're not talking about the friendly kind. We want one that looks like it came straight out of a horror film. You'll need an old flannel shirt, old jeans, some straw or newspaper for stuffing, a burlap sack for the head, and a wooden cross or garden stakes to build the frame. Create a T-shape with your wood and secure it. Dress the frame with the shirt and pants, then stuff them generously with straw until your scarecrow has some body. For the head, stuff the burlap sack and tie it onto the top of the frame. Now, use a black permanent marker to draw a truly terrifying face. Think jagged, stitched up smile and angry, empty eyes. You can even add some creepy details like a tattered hat or long, twig-like fingers made from sticks hot glued to the cuffs. Place him in your yard, maybe peeking out from behind a tree, and he is guaranteed to give trick-or-treaters a serious fright. And that's a wrap on our 10 spooky DIY Halloween projects. I hope you're feeling inspired to get creative and transform your space into the most haunted house on the block. Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. If you try any of these, I'd love to see them, so be sure to tag me on social media. Thank you so much for hanging out and crafting with me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future spooky content. Happy haunting, everyone!